Hey, how you doing? Thanks for dropping by. Today we're going to take a look at a match recently played at the Quilter Nations Series, 2025 as I speak, and this game was played yesterday between England and New Zealand, the All Blacks. And a couple days ago, in the same series of matches, I watched USA versus Scotland, and that ended up 85-0. And I'm no expert, but I think that was a pretty one-sided match. So hopefully this match will be a little less one-sided. I don't know who's favored. I know that last time I checked, New Zealand was ranked number 2 in the world, and England was ranked number 4 in the world. So I'm hoping this will be an interesting match to watch. This is just the highlights of yesterday's match. So if you like the video, if you like the match, please subscribe. That helps me out. Like and comment. So without further delay, England versus New Zealand.
Bowden Barrett with the first kick. Alex Mitchell with the first catch and the second kick, and New Zealand will have a line out, a couple of strides inside their own.
I've been doing this channel for a few months, and I've watched a lot of best tries or biggest hits in rugby, but I've watched very few games, and a lot of people have commented and said you should watch more games, and I'm gonna, because you'll learn more that way. And I'm starting with these highlights because this thing's going on now. And I already learned something. I actually didn't learn it. I just noticed something that I don't know. He caught the ball and immediately kicked it back. So I'm assuming, I'm guessing the team would rather give the ball up toward midfield rather than start from deep in their area. I'm not sure. I was just mentioning that because the first thing that came on is something I've never seen that before. So if someone could explain, that would be very appreciated.
Roy
Here they are now, all the way down there.
To Lakai. All Blacks looking threatening for the first time. Barrett.
Advantage.
Instead it's Proctor. Drives for the line. New Zealand with the advantage. Closest they've been. Fainga-Anuka and Leicester Fainga-Anuka.
So 14 minutes into the game, and that's the first score, I think. Much different than US and Scotland. Scotland was up by a lot by this time in that game.
Just nice to get them closer to that line, that little decoy line from Bowden Barrett. Just forced England on the training field, knowing that teams are going to overchase.
Ball won by Barrett. There's the other Barrett. Oh, and Jordan on a wonderful line, scything through, still going, wasn't tackled. Roygaard, fabulous position this for New Zealand. Lakai not hanging around with it. Cody Taylor on his own, he's got to control the bouncing ball. Brilliant.
Nice little cut to the right, and then
they're going to go the same way, and then they hold and play out the back. That's a lovely, lovely ball over the top from Tupu.
Had that pass bounced and gone forward instead of slightly backward, would that have been like change of possession, game stopped temporarily? Would that be against the rules, I suppose?
Yeah. And then as soon as that man Taylor's got it, you think, with all England's players racing to get over and mark him, he's just got to bide his time, wrong foot them, step them, and he's going to have the power to go through Mitchell.
And this one is converted.
All these kicks are so
they lead by a dozen points to 0.
They do, Nick, and they've been good, the All Blacks.
George Ford to the left. Roebuck and Faye Weboso providing the width. Right and left. They go left. And it is Ford, and it's Lawrence!
That happened quickly.
Determination. The defender's eyes. But he gets that left-handed bend out, gets the forearm into the crease of the neck, and then as he cuts through, just use that little bit.
It's like that instinct to know I'm not quite there. I better turn over one and reach out.
Of footwork.
And then the drop goal from Ford.
Man, that's another thing I'm not sure
George
of.
the drop.
Damn it, I thought I was learning this game and sort of learning the process a bit, but now I've seen another thing that I'm kind of unfamiliar with. The drop goals. Can those be taken at any point? I mean, any time someone can take that if, you know, if they have the opportunity, or is that some only in certain situations? Was that like a penalty kick? Damn it, well, it's good because I'm learning stuff. I will learn stuff because I'm sure you'll help me out. But I'm frustrated because I thought I kind of was getting the hang of this game.
At it again. Twickenham wanting the penalty. Andrea Piardi not interested.
Nice
Coles. Ford again. Off it goes. Through
Wow.
it goes.
And that's it.
If you need a bloke to pay off your mortgage via the drop goal, there's your man.
3? How many points?
George Ford, whose drop goals just changed the complexion of the contest a little towards half-time. Starts the clock ticking.
Not half-time.
It's going to be a yellow card, I think.
On the ground.
It's the second half.
Cody Taylor.
Number 2.
Drew alongside Dane Coles as
Try.
Andrea Piardi desperately looking for the view that says it is a try. He's not there. No one in an English shirt celebrating. Just yet anyway.
That is just
a Toje with the latest drive.
brutal situation so close. Oh man, how do you get outside like that?
Second half, the decoy runners, first Baxter in behind, just a bit of deception. Next one, decoy runner, goes behind Pepper to Underhill. That gets them close to the line. Mitchell nearly gets there, might have even got there. But the ball comes back, they kept their patience, and eventually...
Mitchell, England pressing. Lawrence, oh, that's lovely.
Oh man, that was a hole to go through.
And Twickenham blinking in disbelief. England running clear of the All Blacks.
23-12. Weren't they down 12-0 initially, or early in the game?
Brilliant from Lawrence. They will have worked on this. Look how he looks like he's tucking, head down and going himself, and then transfers with that little stutter step.
Coming out of that,
to his right foot.
that thing where they throw the ball, the guy gets lifted up. I would imagine they have some sort of set plays to run from there. I'm guessing. I'm not sure, but they must have some, because that looked like whatever they did opened up a big hole for that guy. So I'm imagining that maybe there was it wasn't just spur of the moment, them discovering it as it happened. Maybe they had some play to run or something to go to.
Holds the outside defender and opens the door for Fraser Dingwall.
Dingwall's feet as well are sensational. He's almost going to overrun it, but he treads water for 2 steps. And also, Nick, a brilliant decision from Borthwick not to bring on the POM squad just before the line-out.
For the side 6.
Another penalty conceded by England, swept up by Feo Aboso, and it's going to be a yellow.
Pepper
6. 8.
Penalty.
was
On the side.
It's
Play the
actually
ball.
Ben Earl.
He said a penalty conceded by England. I've never heard that phrase. Does that mean it was on England or it was against England? Conceded. I would hear, like in American football, you'd say a penalty committed by a team, committed by this team or that team. I don't know what that meant.
Taylor seeking perhaps the record, but much more importantly in the context of this match, a try to bring them right back in it. Very nearly there. Ratimer gives it some space. Torsey not far away. Got a score here. Mackenzie to Jordan. The All Blacks still very much in this contest.
collision takes.
You know, that's interesting. I think they're going to show it again. I mentioned this in an earlier video too. You know, if you're not familiar with American football, there were a lot of situations like that, what they call the goal line, when both teams, you know, when the offensive team, the team with the ball, is down near the goal line, maybe a yard or two, and they'll run a play. It'll be stopped. They'll still be short. They'll go to the huddle, come out later. You know, 30 seconds later, a new play. If that stops short, then a new play. What I'm saying is, in this game, it's so continuous. It's like They make a pass, the guy goes, he's stopped, then the ball comes out, they regroup, and I mean, everything's done on the run continuously. And that's what I think is so great about this game. That and the fact that everybody stays on the team, on the field and plays, whether they're attacking or defending, same people stay out there, different than football, American football. But anyway, like a situation like this where they kind of run, get stopped, run again, get stopped, run again, get stopped. It all happens in a few seconds. In American football, that same sequence of running, getting stopped, etc., would take like 2 minutes because there'd be so many, so much time of downtime, just walking back to the huddle, getting the new play, walking back, setting up. It's like it's a very slow game in that sense. American football is.
Out 3 white shirts, that's what creates the eventual overlap. One more phase, and then England just can't get the numbers around the corner. They get picked off. Really good line, isn't against a drifting passing player.
25-17.
Disconnected the defender, impossible to mark. George.
25-19. Well, 25-19, and it looks like it's getting towards the last minutes. Beautiful right to left.
As you sort of think they need a bit of field position. Clock keeps ticking.
Loose ball. Pollock's on it. Pollock can finish it here.
Oh, man.
England can finish it. Rover! All over.
Did he kick
for the
that
All
ball
Blacks.
to the
But he gets his foot there. That ball out the back reacts the quickest. Mackenzie should have had that. Pollock had no right to get the foot in there. And then the control's good enough from Roebuck. Really nice pickup under pressure. Pollock just runs that blocking line.
Wow, that was
sure
a
he's going to get all
quick
the way
thinking. That was a quick thinking thing. It looked to me it would be quick thinking rather than pick it up. He just kicked it. That ball, the rugby ball, it bounces irregularly, but it doesn't seem to bounce as irregularly as an American football does, because American football has much more pointed on the ends. So I think that this one, I think it's not obviously like a basketball rolling straight ahead, but it's not quite as irregular in the terms of the bounces as a football.
Slide in and win the game.
I was thinking just before that Mackenzie might be the best impact player in the world, but I've changed my mind.
33-19.
A day when they put a lot of it together, and a day when they have seen off the All Blacks.
I just learned about that, kicking it out of bounds in the game.
An All Black Grand Slam drifts away into the dark London night. They don't do it often, but England have just beaten New Zealand.
The blonde guy looks really young.
Final score, England 33, New Zealand 19.
That's great. That was certainly more competitive in terms of the battle between the two teams compared to U.S. versus Scotland. I suppose, I would guess this was an unexpected win from England. Not, I think they were ranked 4th and New Zealand 2nd, which is not too far away in the rankings. But, whenever I, just from my very limited knowledge of the sport, when I hear New Zealand All Blacks, I think, well, those guys must be favored because they're New Zealand and they're the All Blacks. But, like I said, the difference in rankings, 2 and 4, is not all that different. But I would guess it was maybe not an upset, but an unexpected win, perhaps, for England. So anyway, that was fun to watch, man. I like I said, I thought I was getting kind of the feel of this game down, and I think I am compared to when I started and I had never even seen the game played a few months ago. But that kickoff, I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's called to start the game, where the guy caught it and kicked it back towards the center of the field. That was interesting because didn't know that, and I still don't know the reason for it. If you could help me out, that'd be great. And there was one other thing. Oh yeah, the drop goals. I'm wondering if those can be taken at any time and why they're not more often taken. So anyone has those answers. I feel like kind of a step back to not knowing anything, but those two things were definitely things I had not seen before. But I will learn. I will promise I will learn. So anyway, that was England beating New Zealand, and I think it was 33-19. I think that's what the score was. So anyway, if you like the video, please subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Thanks.